Hello, welcome to the Mighty Dragon. And today I am joined by Bernard Bullen of the Mandalorian. Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, good morning. I'm great, thank you. How are you, Vicky?
Good, good. I'm obviously somewhere else. Where are you? Are you in Madrid at the moment?
Yes, I'm in Madrid.
Yes.
Obviously, you are in Mandalorian. Where? It
I've
sounds familiar
decided
in
to
the
move into your
background.
house. I've decided to move where you live.
Oh, I wish I was there. Believe me. Yeah, I'm in Madrid. I'm in Spain right now. Yeah.
Yes. And how's life in Spain? Is it good?
Well, yeah. We're just trying to get back on track. After still dealing with the pandemic.
Yeah.
But it's a lot better than it was. I think we had such harsh and hard restrictions at the very beginning.
Yes.
We were for 3 months quarantined, like severely quarantined.
Yeah.
And I think that's what made it a bit easier after that, a little bit. I'm not gonna say super easy, but yeah, just I think like every country in the world trying to deal with it the better we can, and we're alive and safe. That's the important
thing. Absolutely. So we know you from the Mandalorian, but I just wanted to wind back a bit and see where you started. How did you get into acting?
Okay. Well, I'm sure all the other colleagues here, you asked this. I'm sure it wasn't a short answer.
No. And I think I can detect a Northern English accent slightly there.
Yeah. Because my dad's from Liverpool. Can you believe it?
Yes, I can always.
I'm trying not to sound Scouser, but it all comes out, doesn't it?
My dad was from up north. I can always tell a Northern accent. So please continue.
I try to speak very posh with them, like, well, bloody hell, it doesn't matter. So, I think since I was a little boy, since I was in school, I was always involved in theatre plays, as far as I can remember, and making big fuss about everything, trying to be there, in school and stuff, and playing, and but it wasn't till a bit later, because what I really wanted to be, I wanted to be an archaeologist. I went to uni. I did my 3 years degree of history of art, and it was when I was my third year when a non-professional theatre company came along the way, and it effed it all. As you say. I was like, okay, what's wrong with me? What are these signs along the way? And actually I started doing like commercial modeling for some years through a photographer that I met in Madrid, and took me to an agency. And when I was like, and I worked a lot in Spain, I went to other countries and stuff, but I was feeling like quite empty, and I knew there was something rumbling there. And then I went to an improv class suddenly. That one of my agents told me, why don't you go to this class? We see you as an actor. And that's what I did, and it all started there. That was in 2000. Oh my God, I'm old. 99, 2000. And then as soon as I started in this class, I auditioned for a professional classical theatre company, and I became part of this theatre group for nearly 4 years while I was still studying. And it was amazing. So we'll say 2000, 2001. Yeah.
Okay. And did you grow up in the UK and Spain? How did
that
work?
I grew up in. I was in obviously I was born learning English bilingual because of my father, and then I went to a bilingual British school here, the British Council School, a very posh.
Yes. Oh, I should have bowed.
I'm so grateful about, because that's what made me, speak English the way I do, and then have because when you're bilingual, it's easier to learn other languages and accents and all that, and that came very handy in my career. But I was brought up here, in Madrid. Then as soon as I started to grow a bit older, because my parents got they were separated, divorced, so I went a lot to the UK, to Liverpool and London. So it was in my teens, late teens, when I started to go to the UK again, because I was there when I was very little, but I can't really remember. And then, you know, I just fell in love again with my roots, you know, and I started going back to the UK a lot, and then I ended up living in London for nearly 7 years. So,
Oh, wow,
yeah.
incredible. And can I ask you, with speaking English and Spanish, and I actually asked
Yes.
one of your Mandalorian co-stars yesterday the same question, how has this enhanced your career, being bilingual? Has it just opened up so much more for you? I would assume so.
Totally. It's been a blessing. I've had to work very hard. Don't think that, because in my case, when I moved to London in 2009, I was already working here. I was doing TV, and I just finished a sitcom. But it was when the global crisis was starting in 2009. So I said, look, I've got a British passport. I always knew I was going to end up in London. I thought it was going to be studying history, but not being an actor. But hey, let's pack my suitcases and let's go there. And there I landed with my perfect English, thinking I was going to land British roles. And the industry told me, no, you don't look very British.
Oh my gosh!
For what? Yeah. No, but it's true. For what? At that time, I'm not saying things have changed a lot now in the industry, and but so then I realized that, okay, so if I want to work as an actor, and this is, if you're in Europe, if London is the land of opportunities, acting wise, I'm going to have to learn accents. I'm going to have to learn languages, and being bilingual and with perfect English, that helped me to speak with the Arab accent like this, because I look very, very dark, you know, or Italian, or Eastern European, or European in general, no? Okay. And then it helped me to learn different languages. So I had to start to work very hard, but yes, it was an absolute blessing to be able to be bilingual, like real bilingual, and then also for when I went to America, you know, because although my native English is British, I had no clue to talk American, you know what I mean? But I didn't have a clue, but then I have to learn, you know. So
yeah. Fantastic. And looked at your IMDb roles, and I'd like to know, which one was your favorite, which character, and why?
God. That's because you know, I've been so blessed throughout my career that I've done really with, you know, with spaces of time in between and ups and downs, like every actor's career, you know. But I've been blessed to do so many amazing roles in so many different countries, you know, that I never thought that I was gonna do. But obviously, I would say The Mandalorian, because even though it's not a speaking role, and it's a flashback cut into 3 episodes, you know, and it might seem like, oh well, it's not a speaking role, but it's given me so much, and it was so intense, and it was so incredible. Just that, you know, those nearly 3 days filming, just that flashback in that production in Star Wars, and I think also when I was booked for the gig, I understand why it came at the time it came, and not maybe 10 years ago or 5 years ago, because I wouldn't have been prepared, you know, because even though it wasn't a speaking role, the intensity of the role, and they told me that they wanted, like, the shots were very close-ups, and it had to portray the fear, the anguish, the death, the love for your child in the last shot, you know. And that's something that sometimes without words, it's very difficult.
So you're the father of Din Djarin,
I
and how
am.
did it feel when you got the phone call? Did you
See,
feel like you'd won the jackpot?
even now, when I talk about it, I just realize because my son is behind you.
Yeah.
But it's so surreal. That's the amazing thing of this this job, that and it's a fun story. I always say it. I never get tired of telling it. When my manager called me, I was in LA at the time. I was living there since I was living there for 4.5 years. Now I've been for a year now in Spain, but I was in, and it was 28. It was October. I think it was September, October 2018. And my manager called me and said, this casting office, huge casting office, very big casting office, is looking on you, and they are considering you for a role in a huge Disney project. So they're asking for your material and stuff, but nothing else. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what the role was. Not even my manager knew, because they are so they are so secretive. They don't they spill information as far as you advance in the selection, So I just I passed the first selection. I think it was in between 20. Oh, by the way, I never auditioned. It was all
Really.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the universe sometimes gives us without because it wasn't a speaking role, so they just wanted to see all my reels and material, and so that was in September, October. Then in November, I got a call again saying you are in between the next 5, but still huge Disney project, role Hispanic father. That's it. At that time, this is funny, I didn't even remember that Disney had bought the Star Wars franchise. And I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I just didn't remember. So I was thinking about a Disney movie. I don't know, a kids movie. I was thinking, I even went to IMDb. I even got messed up, and I looked at Nickelodeon instead of Disney. And I thought I was going to do a film with this star kid. I don't know. Anyway, while I went back to London and Spain for Christmas, New Year's Eve 2019, and I got a call again while I was in London, actually asking me for the dates. When they ask you if you're available for dates, even if they don't confirm, you got the feeling that it's very likely that you're gonna do it. And at first it was 1 day, then it was 2 days. It was 2 days later. Oh, this is getting good.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, now I'm finishing. When I came back in January, I think it was the 8th of January, the 9th. Yeah, I came back the 8th of January to 2019. The next day, I got a call from my manager, said, you booked it. But he did, and he said, okay, I got the email and everything here. He said, are you standing up? He said, well, you gotta sit down, because I'm looking at what you're gonna do. He says, the Mandalorian, Star Wars. My manager said, holy shit. My manager.
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious.
Superb.
I was like, no.
Superb. Oh
And then
my gosh.
calls started coming,
Yeah.
wardrobe fitting, the first AD, this, are you okay with doing this role? Because it's going to be a lot of not only the dramatic intensity, but I was going to have to be like 16, 18 hours carrying a child and running. I said, yeah, I think I can. Don't worry. But they were amazing, yeah. So it's funny, you know. It's now that I look at it, it was a dream come true, you know.
And so you were there for 3 days filming. Do you have any special memories you can share from behind the scenes?
I think since I first, I think since before being on set, just the first wardrobe fitting. I mean, because everything was in Manhattan Beach Studios.
Yeah.
The biggest, if not, yeah, the biggest studios, film TV studios in Los Angeles. Well, they filmed several TV shows at the same time. I actually went there to film some years before Jane the Virgin, but who would know? So I get there for the costume fitting, and I was like, when I was given that red cloak, you know, I was just looking at the mirror, and the lady at the one figure said, it's beautiful, isn't it? I said, I was like, I was trying to keep my cool. I said, don't worry, darling, you can cry. It was just unbelievable. And she said, you know, you got one of the most beautiful cloaks on the show. I gotta tell you.
Oh,
yeah. And
yeah.
I said, you know, yeah, it was incredible. So that's one. Then fun facts. Well, we had to, wherever we went since day one, we had to, on top of our wardrobe, we had to be wearing a black cloak to cover completely, because there were paparazzis climbing up the walls, the studios, like crazy. I've never seen that before.
Yes.
Like, it was like, we were told you have to wear that because of paparazzis. And I was like, oh, they're making too much fuss, I think. And then when we got to the set, there were paparazzi like up 10 meters wall like that. So, I mean, he's gonna kill himself. He doesn't care. You know, we will fall, but the pictures will be taken.
Yeah.
And I don't know, just every I don't know, the 2.5 hours there, just being there and trying. I was trying not to think too much about it, because it was so big, but at the moment, you know, you just try to focus on your job, and reserve a lot of energy, because I knew that once we started, it was going to be crazy in terms of like energy, you know, because what you see on the flashback, it was just like that. I mean, they built a whole village, the streets, the running is real, the explosions were real, you know, and I had a paramedic just for me, you know, just in case I was, it's Hollywood, it's Hollywood.
Yeah.
Just in case, you know, I was tired, and at first I was, no, I'm okay. By the end of day one, I was talking to the paramedic. Can you give us some for me next, please?
Oh.
But it was truly incredible. And then the relationship I had with little Mando, with the kid, is amazing. We still talk, you know, like all the time. He's a beautiful boy, super talented, and yeah, you know, we created a very special bond. You know,
that's wonderful.
And working with Taika, I was gonna say, you know, it was like, I think everyone I'm not surprised that the show has been such a huge success, because you could see that everyone was involved 200%. Everyone knew what was happening there. You know, it's like, this is massive. This is Star Wars, and everyone was so happy on set. You know, doing it, and so into it. And Taika was a lot of fun to work with. Yeah.
I think it's such a fan favorite, isn't it? The Mandalorian for Star Wars fans, old and new, old like me, and new fans as well.
I mean, who would have told me? I've got a huge wardrobe here, and on the top, on the left, I can't maybe like 30, 40 figurines still from the Return of the Jedi, and spaceships. And the Jabba the Hutt, and it's all there. I'm telling you.
Keep hold of those. Keep hold of those.
Yeah. So to see my name on, you know, when I see my picture on the card, now that I did the top card with my signature and Star Wars and all that, Father of the Mandalorian, is like, I just have to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's me.
Oh man.
Yeah. Or when I watch the flashback every now and then, I do watch it, and I get emotional, It's so
Yes.
it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Yes. I was going to ask you who your favorite Star Wars character was, but after speaking to you for a little while, I would say Han Solo. Am I
Actually, yeah,
wrong? Oh,
yeah,
I'm right.
yeah. Yeah.
Han
Well, I
Solo.
think when we were, I was a kid. I was really like dazzled by Luke Skywalker and Leia, of course. But
Oh, yeah.
it was all been Han Solo, yeah, because he
Yeah,
had
yeah. He was super
uh,
cool, wasn't he?
yeah, very cool. And when you grow older, it's like, oh, I want to be Han Solo.
Yeah.
Never mind Luke Skywalker. Oh no, I can't say. I get hanged.
Oh.
But yeah, Han Solo. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
And are you coming back to the Mandalorian? Can I ask?
Well, I've had after this interview, or in a couple of hours, probably I'll just go back to sleep. I had another
Yeah.
one at 6 a.m.
Okay.
But I can talk about it. I got a call for season 2, but I was here,
Yeah.
so logistics didn't permit, because it was all very, I don't know, it was all very fast, very strange, very. I even dreamt about it, but I was like, I got a call from my manager, and here in Spain, he said, they casting has called that they want you for another flashback. I was
Great.
like, oh my God. But
Yeah.
he said they got very nervous when I told them you were not there, because they work with such fastness, and they want you. It's a very very American expression. That's we want you for yesterday.
Okay.
So they wanted me for costume fitting the next day.
Wow.
I was playing with the time difference, so I even looked at plane tickets, and I sent them a screenshot, and then they got a bit more relaxed, so they made me like send to because how's your hair now, and then so I told my manager, do I get the ticket? I got this amazingly cheap ticket. I was going to get there in time for the costume fitting. Dead probably, but super tired. But then they just said, oh no, there's been a mix-up in casting, and one of the girls here, you thought you were a double stunt, and they know who I am perfectly well. What are you talking about?
Oh. Oh dear.
So I told my manager, do you believe what's happening here? And he said, no, I just think they get really nervous when you're not there, especially when you're the other side of the world, because everyone that's working on the show has to be there.
Right.
And a plane can be delayed or can be cancelled, and those huge productions, they cannot work with those. They cannot have that in their thing. So, and the writers writes, or John Favreau writes, and just wipes out. So, but yeah, can't tell you the depression to that. Imagine, but yeah, it was all a bit a bit strange, but it's the industry. It just works like that, and but I'm honored and happy to be in season 1, and who knows if they will bring us back, Mum May, season 3 or 4. We know how Disney works. They love to kill the parents always. They love parents. They love parents dying. They love the suffering of the child, and the upbringing of the child, and with the memories of the parents and all that. But the truth is, and I can say now, although it's implied that we die because of the explosion, our bodies are never showed.
Exactly.
That's
and
very
when
dramatic.
You never see a body, you never know.
Also, that's very dramatic for Disney. You'd never see the parents dying and all that. But, but yeah, it's like we disappear. It's like we disappear.
Yeah.
So there's always in the Disney world, the Star Wars world, there's always a possibility of characters coming back, and who knows, hopefully in the future, when the pandemic is gone,
absolutely
safely, to the other
Yeah.
part of the world. We'll see.
Yes. I was going to ask you, since we've become Facebook friends, we actually share a common interest in the
I know where you're
band.
going.
Aha!
I was
Oh
so
my God,
excited. I was like, when did she come? When did she get into this? When did she get into this? Never
This
mind
was
the
the
Mandalorian.
question you wanted.
Never mind the Mandalorian. I'm fed up of it. I want to talk about. Finally in an interview.
Tell me, how long has this been going on for you?
I think before I was even born.
Yes.
Well, you're a maniac also. So yeah, I mean, since I was a kid.
Yeah.
I mean, that tells a bit how old I am. I'm in my 40s, of course. But yeah, since Take On Me, and
Brilliant.
obviously not only Take On Me. I mean, I can tell. I was actually in the shower, and because I knew that this was coming later in the interview, I was getting the movie Train of Thought.
Fantastic.
Which is one of my favorites.
I love the videos. Yeah, you've been posting on Facebook.
Oh, yeah.
It takes you back.
I've been manically reposting and posting, and
Yeah.
And it's amazing now, because those were the times when saying that you were in a half fan wasn't really looked at you like, but not anymore.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Now it's incredible, and it's something that has well, hello, hello, Morten.
I will get them on here.
Well, you've got thousands of viewers, so you never know. If Max is always online, checking things, and Morten less. Paul lives in LA, and he's in another world, but yeah, so yeah, they've been my life since I was a kid, and they've been with me all along the journey, in different phases of my life, in different stages, as an actor, as a non-actor, as a human being, always the music there, and always with greater, when I think we've been so lucky to live a part of the music, of history, music, the 80s, and that is, and that some groups are still there, Aha, Duran Duran, Madonna, so and that we've seen them live. I can't tell how many times I've seen them live.
Oh, me too. Yeah. They were my first concert. They were my first concert at the Royal Albert Hall.
Well, you were lucky, because they came to Spain. The first time they came to Spain, it was in 2002.
Oh,
and
right.
And before that, I was too young to be traveling around the world, And then I just went for it until I got totally skinned, and I said, okay, I gotta stop. And but I'm already looking at tickets out for 2022, in London. So yeah.
If I ever get to interview them for some reason on my blog, I will call you on, and we'll all hook up. Shall we do that? I promise.
Please. I was so it was so exciting to see Morten on The Mask, on the
The Masked Singer.
But that was a laugh. I'm telling you, that was really. I mean, bless the judges, but they knew it was Morten, for God's sakes.
Oh yeah, it was obvious, right?
Oh, his voice. I mean, his voice is unique, and if it was in another country, but the UK, where I mean, it's like, come on, I mean, everyone knows what. And one of the judges was an MTV VJ presenter when Aha was still going on in the 90s. So please,
no excuses, right?
No.
What are you doing for the rest of 2021? What does the rest of the year?
Well, survive.
Survival.
Yeah, it's just like, well, this has been like really crazy for everyone, and it doesn't matter what were you doing, what was your job, but for entertainment, it really hit hard, because, for example, in my case, it all happened while I was here in Spain. I was supposed to be going back to the US, not to live anymore, because I was going to go backwards and forwards, but I just had to stay here, and then suddenly when you see that your career is going uphill, and then there's like a
Pandemic.
total. So, but I think that has happened to everyone.
Yes.
We always think it's just one. Oh, it's only happening to me. It's happening to the whole world. But just trying to stay positive.
Yeah.
I think I'm blessed in every way. I am with my mom now. She needed me back home. We're both safe. We were never infected with Mr. COVID, and just moving forward, auditioning, working whenever I can. These kind of things that I work at interviews give me life also. So just taking every day as it comes. I think that's the most important thing, which is already very difficult because we impose ourselves so many things that we have to do. Well, we have to get here, we have to do that, and now I can't. But it's just the way it is, So, and I'm happy to be back in Spain. I think after 10 years trotting all around the world, I'm happy to be back here or go back to the UK for any role of work, which still have my agent there, which keeps him busy with self-tapes and stuff. So yeah.
May I wish you a wonderful rest of year, and thank you so much. I've really enjoyed catching up with you. It's been wonderful.
Thanks to you, Vicky
and
Thomas.
I'll see you at the next AHA concert. I will see you there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Take care, Bernard. Speak to you soon. Take care.
Thank
Speak
you.
to you soon. Bye.
Take care. Bye.
Thank you to Bernard Bullen for his time, and see you soon for more The Mandalorian interviews.